Students, now we'll talk about factors that influence the climate of India. Children, in this chapter, we'll study about these 5 factors. The factors that influence the climate of India are latitude, altitude, distance from sea, relief features, and winds. We will talk about all these factors briefly. Students, first we'll talk about latitude. India's latitudinal extent makes it a part of tropical and subtropical heat zone. Children, you have done heat zone in detail in chapter 2. Hence, places closer to the equator, that is, the southern part of India, experience warm weather throughout the year, whereas places in North India experience hot summers and cold winters. If we compare temperatures of Salem, that is in Tamil Nadu, and Ladakh, in December we find they range from approximately 30 degrees Celsius in Salem to minus 2 degrees Celsius to minus 14 degrees Celsius in Ladakh. This shows that places closer to equator are hotter than places further away from the equator. Children, you can see in the picture, the diagram here, it is given. See, in the first part, it is given sun rays. They have long distance. They are covering larger area. And in B, you can see it is the sun rays. They are short, which are coming on equator, and the area is small. The places near the equator are hotter than the places away from the equator. The reason is that the sun rays are coming directly to the equator, and in A part, that is on the upper side, you can see here the sun rays are coming slanting. So that is the reason the upper part is much more colder than the equator. Students, altitude is the height of a place from the sea level. The higher we go, the lower is the temperature. For every 1,000 meters that we move upwards, the temperature drops by 6 degrees Celsius. This explains the variation in temperatures at hill stations as compared to the plains. Students, now we'll talk about distance from the sea. Sea has a moderating effect on temperature of places close to it. The Indian peninsula is surrounded by water bodies. During the day, the sun heats the land and water in the seas and oceans. The water takes longer to heat up in the summers and longer to cool down in winters in comparison with land. So, children, the places near the sea have a moderate climate throughout the year. That is, neither too hot nor too cold. And those far away from the sea experience extreme climates. Students, will talk about relief features. The various relief features experience different types of climates. Places in the desert will have dry and hot climate. Places near the sea will experience a moderate climate, and places on the hills will have a cold climate. The northern mountains, we are talking about Himalayas, prevent the cold winds of Central Asia from entering India. As such, India does not experience extremely cold climate as the countries of Central Asia. Also, they stop the monsoon winds from entering Tibet and cause rainfall. Children, now I'll show you. You can see in this picture orographic type of rainfall. Windward side, you can see how air cools and forms clouds, and on the other side of it is leeward side. Now here rain shadow area, dry air descends this side, we have rainfall towards the windward side. Students, now we'll talk about winds. Winds are either moisture laden or dry. Winds that blow from sea to land are moisture laden winds. These winds bring rain and cool the region that they blow over. For example, the southwesterly winds. Winds that blow from northeast are cold and dry winds. They make the region they blow over cooler and drier. Atmospheric pressure also influences the climate of a place. When hot air rises, a low pressure area is created. Cool air from high pressure areas blows towards the area of low pressure and causes the area to be cooled.